Is it full?
No. Looks like it's working now. In the backyard, that was nice.
They kept the lamps up.
Yeah. And look at that slide bar on that bar. That's pretty clever.
Well, look, the smokehouse is still there.
Here. Stand it up here.
So the big red barn is still there. Smokehouse is still standing.
They got a chicken coop.
Above ground pool.
Chain link fence.
Look right here, they put a pole barn. That's nice.
Look, the old mule barn.
Mule barn's still, cow barn's still there.
Oh, there's a house there.
Wow, look at that. That's good.
Build a road?
There's any houses up there?
No, I don't think so. That's a lot, apparently.
There, shine.
Did Hoyt's family buy the place?
Yes, one of my relatives lives there. I don't remember who it is. Somebody like Ken. Set out so you can see it. That's cool. How you doing? Good. I love what you've done with the place.
What's that?
I love what you've done with the place.
Oh, all right, we put on the fence.
Well, you got the, this used to be our place.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Huh.
Yeah.
My name's Steve.
I'm Stan Sutton.
Stan, how
Yeah,
nice to meet
good
you.
to see you. Yeah.
Hi.
So my dad was born in that house,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
he grew up there. Then he moved back when he retired.
So when was he born here?
He was born in 1924.
Wow. 24, okay.
And so me and my brothers took over the place when Mom passed away in 2013,
Okay, yeah, all right.
and then we sold it 2 years
So it was
ago.
basically just, you left it as an estate until you guys sold it?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
We come up and took care of the place about every 6 weeks or something like that. Cut the grass.
Wow.
So I like what you've done. I like your fence.
Yeah.
I like how you got the front door secured. I think that's pretty cool.
His dad built all the barns.
Yeah.
Did he?
That red barn up there, my dad built
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I love that. That's like several little projects that kind of go on.
yeah,
So the first thing we wanted to do was we had gotten rid of some of the trees,
right.
some of the big growth and all, just to kind of clear it up. So basically, it was mostly the crepe myrtles.
Yeah.
Because you know how they just take
Oh,
over.
yeah, especially
everything.
this one down here in the corner. Oh my, right here at the corner of this good
Yeah.
grass.
Yeah.
That used to be up by the house. No, yeah, it was by the house,
Yeah.
and Dad dug it up
Yeah.
to put his mobile home back in there, and we tore that mobile home out and
Okay.
let the grass grow back up in. But he just
Gotcha.
put it over there, and he thought it'd die, and it just took off. It just grew like crazy.
Yeah. So basically that's what we started. We were like,
Yeah.
okay, because remember there was a tree there with
Yep.
crepe myrtle, and I was
Uh-huh.
like, well, that's taken away from seeing the house.
Yep.
That's how I kind of looked at it. It's like, you see this big old overgrown crepe myrtle versus pecan tree versus, so there's like so much going on. Like to me it was like, well, it takes away the character of the front of the house.
Yeah.
You want to see the house as you're driving up this
Mhm.
way and go, wow, that's really neat. So that's kind of what we did. It's like we took that down. I think we took about 18 trees down.
Yeah.
Like in all.
Well, when I was a
Yeah,
young,
she had a big you still have the cedar tree.
The cedar tree is, that's
Yeah.
doing fine. There was a cedar tree on the other side of the house by like the bathroom side.
yeah,
And unfortunately it had gotten infested, because what we tried to do is I talked to the landscaper and I was like, well, let's get rid of the growth that's around it
yeah,
and let's save the cedar. I love cedar trees. But once we started cutting other stuff away, there was a big like hole straight down the middle of it.
oh no,
Because he was like, well, if I can cut it, if I can't keep it, if I can cut it down, I can take it to a friend who's got a sawmill, and we can cut you up some boards.
That'd be a good idea.
But it was
It
just
didn't work
so
out.
internally
Yeah.
rotted that we couldn't do it.
Yeah. We always called this barn the Big Barn. It was built in 1964. Dad built it.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he built in 1964. Him and his dad was a bridge builder,
Okay.
and we were working in Emerson.
hence all
at
the
time.
rebar.
Yeah,
You'll find a lot of
yeah. You got plenty of
in
fixed,
the trees
tomato
and
st-
everywhere.
Yeah.
If we just put stuff, you'll find
Yes.
hammers in
Yeah.
trees. And,
Yes.
And the old barn standing up inside your fence, the old, with the wooden door, we call that's the smokehouse.
We were wondering. We
It was
thought
a
it may have
smokehouse.
been a smokehouse at one
Yeah,
point.
it used to be a two-story smokehouse, and it was located out there in front of your Ford pickup truck.
Oh, really?
But sometime after Dad went to the service,
Yeah.
it got moved to its current location and got chopped off. Half of it chopped
Okay.
off.
So it was actually all the way out here.
Yeah, and there used to be, about where the flag is, there used to be a well there,
Really?
and Dad filled it in
Okay.
and put in the pumping system.
Okay.
So
So it's like a hand well.
it was a hand well. You used to come out here and
Yeah.
the Dad popped me back of the head one day because I
Drop
put my
the
hands
bucket.
on the ladle to drink. Yeah, don't do that. People drink out of that. Never mind putting your lips on it. You
Oh,
know,
that's
get your
great.
hands off of it. So,
Wow.
yeah, Dad took a lot, and he built that big red barn. Built it by hand after he
Okay.
retired, all by himself,
Really?
no help.
Just put it up. Said, I
Yeah.
got to build a barn.
Then me and my brothers painted it.
And I saw recently, a couple years back, where it's written on the wall that says "painted by," and I guess
My brother Tom wrote that on there.
Okay, and it
Yeah.
had the date on it. And it's like, well, that's kind of cool because there's
Yeah.
history right there.
Well, you see a lot of handwriting on this wall in here. You'll see dates in it.
Uh-huh.
That's from my grandfather and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah, like a sunny day or, cloudy,
So
something
the
like
original house was built, I guess, in the 1880s.
that. 1880s, we think, yeah.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
a
Then they
kind
put
of.
the porch, the kitchen room on after they retired.
So
Yeah.
is the original house that I mean, this is what I love to find out, and I was
Yeah.
like, man, I need to find something out here. So, from what I gather, is this side here, this part here, was this part of the original? Or was that added on?
All right, now this is called the new room, right
Okay.
here. Where the bedroom is.
Yeah.
They called it the new room, and it was built, I think, in the 50s, I think.
Okay.
I think the 50s, I'm not quite sure. If you look in the attic, you'll see there's lumber
Yeah.
instead of pine
Okay.
pine trees.
Sure.
And the old structure, it was a 2-bedroom house with a living room and a small kitchen that when I was a kid, I could touch the ceiling. It was so low.
Okay.
Then after Mom and Dad retired, they took that kitchen off and put on that living
That
room.
whole extension.
That
Yeah.
whole great room, yeah.
Down that side.
Yes,
Yeah.
they made
Okay.
themselves a big kitchen.
Okay. And when did they do that?
Oh, that had to be back in
70s, 80s?
in the 80s.
In the 80s
80s.
after he retired.
After-
Okay.
yeah.
I kind of looking at the. I got to tell you what, the appliances still work great.
Oh,
Good.
We haven't. I love that kitchen.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at it. I'm like, all right, this is like 3/4 inch solid plywood.
Yep.
Okay. And I'm looking at it. It's all built in place.
It was all
All
stick
hand,
built.
all like hand
Because
done.
She had a cabinetry guy come in and custom
Okay.
do all the cabinets.
Because
Yeah.
I'm looking at it. I'm going, I don't want boxes you get from Home Depot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out ways of, and probably like repainting it or
Yeah,
something
I
like
like it
that.
under, where the
Yeah.
cook stove is.
Yeah, the
you have
island?
pull-outs.
With the pullouts, I'm like, I use it because I cook all the time.
Right.
I'm cooking like every day or grilling out, and that kitchen is just like, this is an open concept before
It was
they had open
concept
concept,
before
Exactly.
open concept.
right?
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
what
before
she did. So
yeah,
people-
before HGTV,
Yeah.
this is an open concept.
She had that, and we'd throw family reunions, and all the clan would show up, and she'd cook, and we'd just all fill in the house, and
That's great.
so many great memories here.
So it was just the 2 rooms, and I guess the main door would have been just going this
I
way.
think
That
going
door
in-
right
when,
there.
When I was growing up, before they added on, the main door was right there through that glass enclosure that Mom and Dad
Yes.
added on.
Yes.
That was just an open porch.
Yeah.
And that was the main door.
Okay.
And you see some of the locks are deadbolt locks.
Yes.
We may still have keys, I'm not quite sure. But we put those on, and we'd go in at night, and we'd
Sure.
go find the breaker box, and we'd turn the breakers
Turn the
on,
breaker
and
box.
stuff on. Because my grandfather died in '72,
Uh-huh.
and so Dad drug us up here all the time, once or twice, once every month, once every other month, to cut all this grass.
Okay.
And it was all the way from here
Yeah.
back up behind that cow barn back there.
Yep.
We
Yeah.
call that the cow barn.
Okay.
And we used to cut back there with a real swampy area.
Yeah. Yeah. The low area.
Yeah,
right
that
there.
used to be a cow pasture. Mom sold that to Dunnigan
Mhm.
years ago. But we used to cut that, and we cut all the way down to Uncle John's house. Now, I don't know who owns that house now.
The one that's
The
next
little
door
house up
here.
The one next door
Yeah.
down the hill.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That
it's,
was Uncle John's house. He was
Okay.
my grandfather's brother.
Okay.
And so it was them right there, my Uncle John down there, and once you go past that pond down there up the hill,
Uh-huh.
that was my Uncle Sam, the
Sam
three brothers,
Which is Sam Sutton.
Yep,
Okay.
Sam Sutton, and his son Hoyt lived in the house in between.
Okay.
So
So that's the kind of the history of this
Yep.
area.
He
Yeah.
had the farm back there with the cows and
The
Yeah.
one that's on the left
yeah.
side.
Yeah.
right,
Okay.
so it used to be the Sutton clan up here until we all moved away and went to
That's-
South Carolina or wherever,
Because we actually moved to Georgia 5 years ago from South Carolina.
Is that what part?
We were in Columbia.
Yeah,
Our address was Columbia, but it was Whitehall,
yeah.
so just outside the city.
Exactly,
the
yeah.
first
We're
suburbs.
both Gamecocks.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Well,
Yeah.
my wife's aunt, she's 96 now. She still lives on Lake Murray.
Is that right?
Yes, she grew up there. My wife's mom is all from that area, so she's the only one still living. So her aunt lives on Lake Murray.
Yeah.
They built that house. Her and her husband built that house in the 60s, I think 67,
Right.
and have been there since. When Lake Murray was basically a fishing.
Didn't mean for that to happen.
No. Got chicken coop. That's nice. That's good. I don't think I want it off the road. Yep. Yeah, the barrel is missed. Reflective tape on the Snow Spring sign needs to be replaced. That tape's still shining. Here comes Paul. Guess what they haven't finished yet?